Hello friends and my dear students, welcome back to my channel Phoenix Physics. Today we are going to learn electric field due to an electric dipole at points on the equatorial plane. What is equatorial plane? The central plane, like this. This green portion is our equatorial plane. So look at the diagram. Here the point C is located at a distance r from the midpoint of the dipole. So O is nothing but midpoint of the dipole. You know that plus Q and minus Q are separated by a distance, constitute an electric dipole. The center of the dipole is O. The distance between O to C is R. This point is on the equatorial plane. Now C is at EQ distance from minus Q to plus Q, which means the distance between A to C is same as that of the distance between B to C. So AC equal to BC. AC equal to BC means the magnitude of the electric field E plus and E minus are same. How do you find out E plus magnitude? What is this E plus? This is nothing but the magnitude, because I have put modulus symbol, the magnitude of electric field at point C due to plus Q charge. So how do you mark this electric field? Like this. This is E plus. This is a vector quantity because it has direction. This will give scalar value. Electric field due to minus Q charge is E minus. Why did I mark inward arrow? Because this is plus Q charge. If it is plus Q charge means electric field points away from the charge. If it is minus Q charge means electric field points towards the charge. That is why I have marked. Look at the scalar value. Look at the magnitude of electric field. Both are same. Why? Because C is at EQ distance from minus Q to plus Q. That is why I have drawn both the electric field as the same length. That is E plus and E minus magnitude is same. How do you find out E plus? If it is E plus means vector quantity, magnitude of electric field means you put modulus symbol. The general formula for electric field, magnitude of electric field is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R squared. This is general formula. This is for magnitude alone. Here I want to find out the magnitude of electric field due to plus Q charge. So how do you write? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q. What is this R? R is nothing but the distance between plus Q charge and the point. Here this is my plus Q charge and point. I don't know about this distance. How do you find out this distance? See, this portion is like a right angled triangle. See, this is my midpoint O, this is B and this is C. These two lines makes 90 degree. So, here this portion is A and this portion is R. I want to find out this. How do you find out the hypotenuse distance? That is BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. If you want BC means square root of OB square plus OC square. Here what is OB square? A square. What is OC square? R square. So you can write square root of R square plus A square. This is BC. So this portion is square root of R square plus A square. Same way, this one is also right angle triangle. Say this is 90 degree and this is 90 degree. So this portion is A and this portion is R. How do you find out AC? Similarly, AC can be written as square root of R square plus A square. Up to this clear? Consider this as a right angle triangle and find out the distance between plus Q and C. So, instead of R square, you should write root of r square plus a square, the whole square, because r square is, you square the root means your final answer is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square plus a square. Say this is equation 1. The magnitude of electric field due to minus q charge, same formula only, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. R means r square plus, here what is r? The distance between minus q to c. So this one is r square plus a square. So instead of this you can write square root of r square plus a square, the whole square. So final answer is q by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus a square. This is my equation 2. So first step, I have found out magnitude of the electric field E plus and E minus. The magnitude of electric field are same. Why? Because C is at EQ distance from plus Q and minus Q charge. So modulus of E plus equal to modulus of E minus. Magnitude wise same. Here I found out only the magnitude. What about the direction? E plus direction is, because vector, right? E plus direction is along BC. See, this is my BC line. E plus direction is along BC. What about E minus direction? Along CA. So E minus direction is along CA. So this is my E plus direction, this is my E minus direction. My aim is to find out the total electric field at point C. These two lines are different direction on the plane. So we should resolve this E plus and E minus into two components. How do you resolve this E plus E minus into two component? Just draw one parallel line. So this line is parallel to this line, that is AOB line. This is 90 degree, right? So this portion makes an angle theta. Same way this portion makes an angle theta. Here this angle is theta, right? This portion is also theta. Why? Because these two are alternate angle. This is my AO line. This is C line. So this is theta means this angle is theta because these two are alternate angle. Theta, this angle is theta. Here this portion is opposite to this angle. So this is also theta. Now I am going to resolve E plus into two components, E minus into two component. I am going to draw this diagram separately. See, this is x axis, this is y axis. This is my point C. This one is E plus direction, makes an angle theta. This diagram alone. Here adjacent to this theta is E plus cos theta. Opposite side of this theta is E plus sin theta. So I resolved E plus into two component. This is horizontal component, this is vertical component. Same way here I have E minus vector. Here I have E minus vector. It makes an angle theta here. So adjacent to theta, adjacent side of this theta is this line. So E minus cos theta. Opposite side is this line, E minus sin theta. From this diagram, the perpendicular components cancel each other. Why? Because both are equal and opposite. So perpendicular component means E plus sin theta and and E minus sin theta component. So perpendicular component cancel each other. We have only horizontal component alone. Then how do you find out the total electric field at point C is the sum of horizontal component of electric fields, and the direction is opposite to P vector. The total electric field at point C is just opposite to dipole moment direction. So it is nothing but the sum of horizontal component of electric field. So E total can be written as minus E plus cos theta P cap. So this will give scalar value. This P cap is nothing but unit vector, just opposite to dipole moment direction. So I have put minus sign here. This E minus cos theta value gives scalar quantity. P cap is unit vector. This E minus cos theta is just opposite to P vector direction. So minus sign. You know E plus and E minus value. Substitute 1 and 2 in equation 3. That is E total is equal to minus E plus is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square cos theta P cap minus here Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square cos theta P cap. Also minus quantity, here also minus quantity, minus 2Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square cos theta P cap. This is E total value. I want to find out cos theta value. Here look at this diagram. This triangle or any one of the triangle. Say this is theta, this is A, this is center point O, R, C, and this is A. I have considered this portion alone. You can take this triangle also. From this triangle, how do you find out cos theta? Cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse. Here hypotenuse is square root of R square plus A square. So cos theta value is A by root of R square plus A square. Substitute 5 in equation 4. What is our equation 4? E total is equal to minus 2Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square. Instead of cos theta, I have to write A by root of R square plus A square, then P cap. The root of R square plus A square can be written as
R square plus A square the whole power 1 by 2.
Here I have R square plus A square power 1. 1 plus 1 by 2, that is 3 by 2. So you can write minus 2Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square the whole power 3 by 2. Here I have A, here I have P cap. This is my E total. You know the dipole moment formula. Dipole moment vector P is equal to 2QA I vector. Here I is the unit vector. Instead of I have 2QA P cap. P cap is also a unit vector. So instead of 2QA P cap, you can write minus P vector divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square the whole power 3 by 2. This is my E total. This is our final answer. So what is your conclusion? the total electric field is just opposite to the dipole moment direction. Next we are going to discuss special case. The R is very much greater than A. Suppose this C point is far away, like far away from O. Means here I have C means the distance R is very much greater than distance A. So under this condition, R square plus A square the whole power 3 by 2 can be written as R square alone. Here I have 3 by 2, which means A tends to 0. So here I have R square, then bracket 3 by 2. Cancel this 2, your answer is R cube. Now you substitute in this formula, that is E total is equal to minus P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Is inversely proportional to R cube. E is proportional to 1 by R cube, or E is inversely proportional to R cube. This is our conclusion. Based on this formula, 3 important points are given. First one, in our last class we derived total electric field due to dipole at a point on the axial line. So the electric field formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 P vector divided by R cube. Here we have derived the total electric field due to dipole at a point on the equatorial plane. So the formula is minus P 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. See, minus P 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Look at these two formula. Here consider the magnitude alone. Magnitude means you need not worry about the minus sign. Here I have 2P, here I have P. Then how do you conclude this? The magnitude of electric field on the axial line is twice as that of magnitude of electric field on the equatorial plane. Because here I have 2P, here I have P. So the word is important, magnitude, because here we didn't consider the minus sign. That is why I have said the magnitude of electric field on the axial line is twice as that of magnitude of electric field on equatorial plane. This is our first conclusion. Second one, if R is very much greater than A means you know that E total is inversely proportional to R cube. Both the formula E is inversely proportional to R cube. But in our general relation, E can be written as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. E is inversely proportional to R square. If it is dipole means E is inversely proportional to R cube. If it is point charge means E is proportional to R square. You know that when R increases means E decreases in both the formula. Here R square means when R increases E decreases. Here I have R cube. So E goes to 0 faster in dipole than point charge. Why? Because here E is inversely proportional to R cube. Here R square alone. So E goes to 0 faster in dipole than point charge. Third conclusion, you know the formula, dipole moment, the scalar quantity of dipole moment P can be written as 2aq. If it is vector means P can be written as 2aq I vector. Suppose if 2a tends to 0 and q tends to infinity means the product 2aq gives finite value. So under these condition we can set the dipole as point dipole. So if it is point dipole means these two equations are valid for any value of R. This is our third conclusion. In this class discussed about the derivation part of electric field, total electric field due to and dipole at a point on the equatorial plane. I hope this video is useful to you. If you like my video, please share and subscribe my video. Thank you.